Hey everybody, this is Dan from rightbrainnow.com. Today we are just going to do a short little lesson on creating a new document in Adobe Photoshop. So if you look up here, you can see I'm in Creative Cloud, but these steps are basically the same for every released version of Photoshop out there. So let's get started. We're going to go to File and New. And that is just going to bring up the new document window here. So here, this gives you options to title documents. So I'm just going to title this, if I can type, Dan's first file. And then down here to the presets, you can do different presets. So you can do US paper, international paper, photo, default Photoshop size. You can do web, film, app design, all that stuff. I always leave mine set at custom, and the reason for that is because then I can choose all these options here. So if you were to go to web, you can see default everything here. So I just leave it custom, and then you can see this size gets grayed out and unselectable. So what we were going to do, say I needed to create a document and I needed that document to be in inches. So I'm going to come over here to this menu, click the drop down, select inches, and it will change all of this to inches. So I am going to do, let's say I need an 8.5 by 11, and that is just the standard printer paper. And then down here, I am going to want this to be photo quality, so I'm going to do 300 pixels per inch. And then color mode, RGB, that's a great color scale for screen. So if you're going to save a web image, or you're going to be saving an image to present, in a document that you're going to project from a computer, RGB is a great color there. And then you can choose the bit. Usually I always do 16 or 32-bit RGB. It just gives a little more depth to it. For this, since we are going to be printing this document, I'm going to do CMYK. And you can also see under here you have grayscale. That is basically just going to be your whites, grays, all the way to black. So basically your black and white photo is what that would be. CMYK, this is your cyan, magenta, yellow, and black color scheme. So I'm going to select that. Background contents. Here, I always set this to transparent, and what transparent will do will give you that very well-known gray and white checkered pattern on the document. If we were, say let's select other, and we will select red as our background contents. We can see what that'll do once we click OK here. Color profile, working CMYK, that is the standard that Adobe has set for their CMYK color profile up here, but you can see there is a bunch of other profiles. So if you know the profile that your printer uses, definitely come in here and you can see if that profile is available. Also, pixel aspect ratio, I always keep it at square pixels. I don't mess with any of these other ones down here. Square pixels works good for everything I do, print, photos, web images, all that good stuff. So we are going to leave the background contents as red and click OK. And you can see that what it did is it created a background layer here, and the background contents are that red color we selected. So if we wanted to do the standard well-known option, we'll just hit new again, and you can see it saved our last presets in here. So we'll just do Dan's 2 as the file name, and then down here under background contents we will just go transparent, and then you can see it won't let you can still select, but there is no color technically in there. We're going to leave all the other options the same. Actually, let's change that to 16-bit CMYK, and then click OK. And you can see what it did was create that very well-known checkered pattern. And what that does, it really helps as you're creating a document. Say you need to feather an edge of an image or something, you can actually see where it starts to go transparent. So if you were to save that on the web, you know where the background of that image would be visible. versus where it would not be. So, and as you can see down here, we created layer 1 down here. So that is the gist of creating a new file in Adobe Photoshop. So we will see you guys in the next lesson. Again, rightbrainnow.com. Check out the website, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and we will see you later.